Hey guys, it's Christine, the Indigo Wings. I know I haven't done a video in a little while. A lot of stuff going on. My kids just went back to school, so really happy that I'm going to be kind of getting back into the swing of my normal kind of business, personal schedule. Not that I don't love my children. I do, but the summer was getting a little crazy. So this is not a typical reading that I'm going to be doing today. This is more of like what's going on collectively. So this might resonate with you, this might not. I'm not even going to go into my whole spiel because I don't have a lot of time. I have to go to a doctor's appointment in a little bit. I thought I had more time than I did, but I was trying to do something with my website because I'm offering you guys an amazing sale for the next few days. And so I was trying to like get that up on my website before I did the video and blah, blah, blah. So, but this reading is not so much like a weekly heads up reading. This is like kind of what I'm getting for what's going on. And, you know, because I'm just definitely feeling a lot of heaviness energetically. So there will be another video coming out for the upcoming, you know, I don't want to call them forecasts, but for the energy updates. I'm also going to be, in the next few weeks, I'm trying to figure out how to do more videos to hit more people, more topics, you know, reach more people. I haven't figured that out yet. I may have to do something that's like a paid video. You know, potentially it wouldn't be something that was expensive. It would be something like $2. I have some options with Vimeo or with YouTube, so I'm looking into that. So there's a lot of things in the works. So not to toot my own horn, but it's my birthday week, and I'm a birthday person. I like to I think birthdays are special. My birthday was on Tuesday, and I had a really nice day. My family's really good to me, and I want to do something nice for all of you to celebrate my birthday. I turned 37, and I will totally admit I am completely vain about it. I don't like that I am in my late 30s now, but it's all good. But to celebrate my birthday week, I am offering you all 37% off any reading, any service in my store. The coupon code is birthday. So it's easy to remember. So if you just go to my website and click on the reading that you want, the service that you want, put in birthday, you'll get 37% off. And I want to say that it is good through Sunday the 17th. So just wanted to share my birthday week with you guys so that, you know, kind of keep the celebration going. So with that, I am going to zoom through this energy reading and hopefully get this done pretty quickly. So for feminine, I talked about this I did a live video yesterday in my group. So I have a Facebook group. If you'd like to interact a little bit more with me, it's Indigo Wings Soul Connections. Find it on Facebook. And, you know, I think a lot of the feminine energies are, you know, I don't know, I'm having a hard time with my words, but I feel like a lot of people after the eclipse expected like obvious changes to happen in the 3D, like things that they could like very easily put their finger on and see what was different, and that's not happening the way that they thought it would. And for some, I would venture to say many feminine energies, they feel like their masculine twin is going even further away from them. There's more distance. You know, things are going in the total opposite direction. And they're not wrong. And it's not that you were mistaken about anything. It's just they are going through their shifts. They've been shifting, but there's a lot more. This eclipse brought about changes for all of us that are affecting us in different ways. I personally have been really going through a lot of emotional and spiritual shifting since the eclipse. And I mean, I'm talking like deep depressive states on some days. And you know, that I know that I'm not the only one going through that. So I'm gonna hop right in. First card up for the feminine is sadness and isolation. So feminine, for any of you, if any of you have felt like I have felt, that has been me for some days. But you know, if you're still here, you're gonna come out of it. This is a period, and especially, you know, once we've gotten out of August, we're in September, this is a time for the processing and the clarifying and figuring out what you want, where you want to go, what you're going to do. That work's still not easy. And I would venture to say that work is still just as painful as the shifting and the going through things, because you actually have to put a plan in place. You have to take action, and that's scary. You know, change is scary. Doing things differently can be scary, but can also take you to better places and improve things for you in ways that you never could have imagined. And, you know, so surrender to where things are going for you. Do something different, try something different. If you are finding yourself, you're repeating the same cycle, like let's do something that we haven't tried before. If you and your masculine are not on the same page, you're not on the same page. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with them. You do you until you guys come back into the same vibration, until you come back into alignment. Maybe you don't come back into alignment. Maybe you attract another person to you, you know, maybe you attract another person vibrationally to you, and that's okay. Don't worry about that. Don't even worry them saying that. But you know, down the road, if that happens, it will be okay, because you will be vibrationally more of a match with that other person than you are with your masculine right now. That won't bother you. You'll be fine. But you know, this is where, you know, so this is happening for a lot of feminine, you know, that sadness, and then moving into just, you know, accept where you're at, where things are going. Just accept. And I pulled multiple clarifiers because I always feel like the first card kind of tells us, like, gives us the foundation of where we're going with the reading. And you know, so you can do it. Archangel Michael, and you know, Archangel Michael, sometimes to me, he's one of my favorites of the archangels to work with, and I prefer him. You know, yeah, you can do this. You know, you might feel like you just want to curl up in a ball, but don't. And when I pulled this card, don't forget to cut cords is what came to me. You know, don't forget to clear your energy and protect your energy. You know, some of the sadness and the heavy feeling might be attachments to negative energies that you haven't cleared, or attachments to people that you haven't cleared. And remember, you can't cut cords with your twin, so don't try that. It's just a waste of time. So the next card I pulled is Peace Offering. Be at peace. Be at peace with where you are. It's okay. Everything's okay. Everything's going to be okay. The universe has your back. Know that. Believe that. And then 2 cards came out for the last one, and I thought they were, I love when things like this happen, but it was artistic expression and write. And you don't have to specifically write, but this was a very clear message to me that the Divine Feminine, you need to find a space for yourself in which you can be creative. You know, the feminine has the ability to be a creative energy. Even if you know, I can hear some of you right now say, well, I'm not crafty, or I'm not creative. You don't have to be artistic. You don't have to be crafty. You don't have to, it doesn't have to necessarily be in that way. You can go plant flowers, and that's creative. There's so many ways to be expressive. Find what works for you and do that, and that it's going to feed you. It's going to feed your soul. The masculine is master. They're still, they're not trusting. They don't trust, and I feel like they don't trust a lot of the people around them, but they also don't trust themselves. And so they keep everything inside of them, and this is, they're being pushed to change a lot of these internal things that go on within them. You know, there's a continuing of opening up, and it's very, very difficult for many of them. You know, we may not see the work that they're doing, but it is work for them. You know, and I'm curious how many of you, if you do communicate with your masculine, how often do they tell you that they're just exhausted, that they're tired, but you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing all the time? You're so tired. They don't even know why they're so tired, but it's like all this inner processing and shifting and all the work that's going on inside of them, and going on in the 5D and going on when they're sleeping. Like, they don't even know that they're doing this work, but it's exhausting them. The clarifying cards I pulled here, go now. And I feel like this is, you know, they feel like whatever their situation is, it's like, I gotta get out. But they, you know, they have that cage around them. They feel trapped, but, you know, so that they're push and pull. Clear and shield your energy. So they have that purging. They're purging things that need to be cleared from their body, but they also have to be careful because, you know, they're vulnerable to energies that are around them. Not all of them know to clear, to shield. So they, you know, they need to be mindful, and it's almost like they keep that cage around them because it's like an intuitive, like, I need to protect my energy. Let it go. they're learning how to surrender to the power that is bigger than them, and just let things play out the way they're supposed to play out, letting go of control. So the next card that comes up for both the feminine and the masculine, I want to talk about them at the same time. The feminine had open up, the masculine has crown chakra, and what I'm getting here is, you know, there's increased activity spiritually. There's increased opening up of that crown chakra. Feminine continuing to open up spiritually, the masculine opening up that crown chakra, opening up to what that means for them. You know, so it's like, do you for people who are seeing this, do you see how even if there's a disconnect in terms of the 3D communication, maybe not being on the same page, there's, I don't know if I would go as far as to say you're mirroring each other, but you're on the same level with what's happening. For the masculine, the next card is listen. And that goes along nicely with moving up from the crown chakra. They're still getting those nudges, those knowings, going with their intuition. Listen to that inner knowing that's coming to them. You know, trusting it. The clarifying card I pulled here is renewal. This is a card about needing to move in a new direction. And I feel like, you know, they are, you know, they're still toying with that, the nudges from their intuition, or for some of them, their intuition could just be flat out screaming at them. You need to move in a new direction. You need to move on. And so that's, you know, that's happening. For the feminine has balance. And so even if you're at that place right now where you're the sadness and isolation, you're moving through what you need to come into a place of balance. And I haven't seen this card on the feminine side in a long time, so this is good. You know, and this is not so much about coming into balance with the masculine. This is being, you know, balancing your own feminine and masculine energy. I pulled the King of Water as the clarifying card, and to me this is telling me that you're in this place of the open-hearted, you know, living from an open heart center, being, you know, you're learning how to have that detachment from outcomes and expectations, and just live open-heartedly, let go of the things that are not important, and being able to focus on what is. For the masculine, the next card that comes up for him is Darkest Fears. What I got right away with this is, you know, if he is hearing, you know, having that intuition yelling at him like, you gotta go, you gotta go in a different direction, you gotta reassess where you're at. For a lot of them, they're having to face what they're truly afraid of. They are truly afraid of some of the changes that they're going to have to make in their life. There are some major things that they don't want to face. Some of them will be brave enough to face their darkest fears. You know, some will just begin to toy with it. You know, it's gonna, not everybody's gonna be on the same level with this, but there's a knowing that their gut is telling them, I gotta face these fears. I have to deal with them. And, you know, and it's not going to be easy, because the clarifying card here is that, you know, not only do they have, you know, okay, I want to move in a new direction from where I'm going right now, but I have these fears that I have to face. I've got a million things going on outside of that. My life is chaotic. My life is crazy. And it's not necessarily a bad crazy. It's just there's a million things going on, and there's a lot of room for miscommunication and challenges and things like that. And it's going to be easy for them to lose their temper or snap or handle things in a way that they really don't want to handle them. And so they're really going to have to be careful of how they are coming across to people. They may be quieter because of that, because they know that they're just going to lose their mind. And that the wrong person is going to be on the end of that. For the feminine, just breathe. There's a couple things I get here. I get, number one, many of you are coming into a time where you're facing the shadow of yourself. That's not easy. That's hard work. Breathe through it and work through it. You're going to be rewarded for that work. Good things will come to you for that. It's also, you know, for those of you, if you see your masculine facing their darkest fears, moving in a direction that you want to see them go, and I can see some of you freaking out and maybe backtracking on all of the work that you're doing on yourself. Don't do that. Stay centered and breathe and keep moving in the direction you're moving in, because that's going to get you to where you want to go. The clarifying card that comes up here is justice. And so this, you know, justice is all about, you know, doing what you know is right. You know, and I feel like it's this kind of for the people who, well, it's for both. It's for the people who are, you know, facing their inner shadow self. It's for the people who might kind of go gaga if they think, you know, things are going to move in the direction they want it to with their masculine. You know deep within what's right. You know what you need to do. Do that. Stay with what you know is right. Crowning energy. So for all of this work you're going to be doing, all of what you're going through, well-deserved reward. You'll be rewarded. You will get more than you can ever imagine. You know, the end of the difficulties. And the clarifying card, heart of the matter. I feel like, you know, once you get through all of this, you are going to come to know what this is all for. And that in itself, I feel like, is reward enough. Wouldn't you agree? Underlying energy, giving and receiving. And the clarifying card is love who you are. You need to love who you are. You need to show yourself the same love that you show your twin if you are going to be able to be in a balanced giving and receiving relationship. For the feminine, the underlying energy you're bringing, joy and stability. There's this deep desire to be in a place of joy and stability because you're tired. I know this. to get there, the card here is turn on your heart light, which is remember and think of a place and a time when you felt like you really experienced love. And meditate on that. And allow that comfort and that peace and that love to wash over you. And remember that and kind of keep going into that moment. And that will help you with that stability and that joy. The masculine, the underlying energy they're bringing, simply love. And really, at the end of the day, that's all they want. It's just, they just want to be in that love. What's hard for them, clarifying card, physical touch is important. For a lot of masculine, their love language is physical touch. If you don't know anything about love languages, that's something we can talk about at another time. It's very challenging for them when they can't express their love or receive love without physical touch. And so that's something that they're struggling with. You know, how do I love when I'm not having my needs met? When my love language is not being spoken, or I can't speak it the way I want to. So the oracle card that I pulled for this is breathe. And the relationship message: don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows that the ego often resists learning, or your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. I don't think that could be any more perfect. Oh, and just to show you what the oracle card looks like, let's breathe. So that is what I've got for you guys. Kind of like just a general, like what seems to be going on. I hope that was helpful for you. I will be back with another video to kind of do the upcoming energies for the next week. So this isn't like a weekly energy reading. Please remember that I have a huge sale going on my website. Use code BIRTHDAY for 37% off anything on my store. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Take care.